the way it's looking right now with how bad Geno Smith is looking and the fact that the Raiders don't really have a lot of options at the quarterback position outside of Kenny Pickett, it seems like AOC might be the savior that all the Raider fans are really wanting. But that's kind of funny because I feel like it was a different tune a month ago. But I'm always gonna hope for the best, especially for that next quarterback or whoever we have that's under center. And right now, I feel like everybody's on that train with Aidan O'Connell. So that I
Aidan, like I joke about it, and I made a video about it. Aidan O'Connell is not a savior. He's not coming in to be a franchise quarterback. He's going to be a great backup on San Francisco or Minnesota in a year from now. Like, he is not the guy to come in here and do anything. Us Raider fans are just like, do we not remember how bad he is? He beat the Chiefs. He went to Arrowhead Stadium and beat the Chiefs. The motherfucker didn't throw a pass for 3 quarters, and he beat the Chiefs? Come on.
yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I know. I agree with you because I'm not high on AOC. I wasn't before. I'm still not right now. He hasn't really proved much to me to show me that he could be a starting quarterback. But that being said, though, I understand where a lot of other Raider fans are coming from with how bad the quarterback play has been so far up until this point. A lot of fans are looking at it like, you know what, it can't get any worse than AOC. Like I said, the tune has changed from a month ago because everybody's like, oh, get AOC out of here. I mean, I'm one of those guys. I'll admit that. But it's come to a point where Geno Smith has done something that not even Gardner Minshew or even Jimmy G. Oh, maybe Jimmy G. But he's made people really want AOC to play, which is kind of crazy to me. Hey, maybe we could all be wrong, and that's what I'm hoping for. If Pete Carroll and John Spicek want to make that move and make AOC the starting quarterback, which I don't see happening anytime soon. If they do make him that quarterback, I hope he proves me wrong. And that's one thing with me and AOC. I don't see him as a savior for this team. I know we can joke around and say, he's gonna come back, he's gonna save us. He can't be any bad, he can't be any worse than Geno Smith has been. And Geno Smith has been really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Geno Smith has been bad. The
thing is, they opened a 21-day window. So any time from today to 21 days from now is they can activate him to the 53-man roster.
Yeah.
Right. So, but if they do that, then they have to drop somebody, right? Is the way they got to do it. So who are they gonna release? Whose spot is he gonna take? I personally don't think that we see Aidan O'Connell on the field this year. I don't.
You know,
he's not a Pete Carroll guy. He's not a John Spytek guy. They traded for Kenny Pickett, right? They brought him in thinking that he was gone. If you had a choice and you had to pick in between, like right now, like Geno goes out there and struggles this week. Who are you going to pick? You going to pick Kenny Pickett or are you going to pick AOC? I think they're more than likely going to go with Kenny Pickett.
I mean,
right?
they spent to bring him over here, so yeah, I would think so.
So just because, they opened the 21-day window, which means they have, basically 3 games. And what works out for the Raiders is basically we have another mini bye coming up because we play Sunday and then we play Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we have another couple days. So I don't know if we'll actually see him until after the Bronco game. It's suit up, but I don't. I think it would take a lot to see Aidan O'Connell on the field for the Raiders even this season.
Yeah, and knowing, and we know Pete Carroll so far, that ego could kind of get to him a little bit. Especially, he has something I think Geno has something on him, bro. Like that he's afraid to even move on from Geno. Like it'll take a lot. It'll take Geno to go down with the season-ending injury for him to switch quarterbacks at this point. Heck, we went out and got Tyler Lockett to come over here to make things a little easier for Geno Smith, and hopefully having somebody that he's has experience with can help him, especially with his confidence. But before I do move on to the Tyler Lockett thing, I agree with you. It's going to be really hard to see AOC. Heck, it's going to be hard for us to even see Kenny Pickett go out there. But it just depends on what Geno Smith does when he goes out there. Can AOC turn it around? I don't know. But there are some people in the chat right now saying AOC won't throw 10 interceptions. And you're probably right. And there's a lot of other people saying that Aidan isn't that good. Some people saying that, just give him a chance. I feel like for Raider fans, we're just looking for an answer somewhere, and especially that quarterback position, there's always going to be questions as long as the Raiders don't win. And we haven't had any quarterback that's been consistent or at least had a winning record with this team other than Jimmy G in those first 5 games. But Yeah, I think with AOC, I don't see him coming in at all, and I don't think that he's going to help turn this organization around. It'll be nice to see, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah,
Um,
Aidan won't throw 10 interceptions in 7 games. We hope, but he does stare down the wide receivers, and he does get picked off and have a couple pick sixes go the other way. And yeah, maybe he throws it out and he doesn't force it in there like Geno does, and so
yeah,
that's kind of a good thing. But he also is like people say, he is a statue back there. He has limited mobility, and he'll take more sacks than interceptions. So, I mean, I guess if you want to go that way, you can go that way. He's not putting the defense in bad situations because we're punting most of the time. But I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I don't know. It's pretty. That's how bad our quarterback situation has been. Is that we're just hoping and praying that anybody, and we're going and grasping on mediocre play and going, huh, if he doesn't throw 3 interceptions, we're good.
yeah.
We're good to go. Like that. I mean, that's pretty sad. That's like the Raiders need to address the quarterback position in the offseason, in the draft, and then they continue to draft a quarterback within the first 3 rounds until they finally hit on somebody. And when you hit on them, guess what? You still go back and draft another quarterback the next year because with this organization, we never
You
know.
never know. Yeah, you just never know. And to your point, I see some people in the chat. Shout out to LA. He says, "I think our offensive line doesn't give the quarterback time. It doesn't matter what quarterback is in there. Let's be real." To that point, I think the offensive line was bad early on. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But they haven't been that bad these past couple of weeks where Geno Smith has had time. It's just his decision making and the fact that he's just, I don't know. He doesn't have that it factor yet. I mean, it feels like he lost his swagger. I mean, I don't even know what the hell I'm saying with that, but like it feels like, oh, he's lost his confidence. I don't know. Every single time he throws the ball away, I think he's a little bit afraid now to throw more interceptions, knowing that we all going to be on his ass. Another person over here that makes a good point. Dylan Garcia says last time the offense was all together was week 1. Bowers makes that much of a difference. Let's see if Geno can play like week 1 again. And to your point, that I brought that up in one of my videos as well, is the fact that the only difference, especially because you said we don't have no wide receivers that a lot of teams are afraid of, right? Especially with Jacoby Myers. But week 1, Brock Bowers fully healthy. He was the number 1 wide receiver out there, and we were able to move the offense down the field with ease. And Geno threw with over 350 yards in that first game. And it's because we had a guy like Brock Bowers who's that safety blanket for Geno Smith. I don't know if you can put that all on just Brock Bowers not being here, but yeah, it's been tough since then.
Geno Smith has had some of the longest time to pass the ball in the NFL at 2.9 seconds to get rid of that ball. And people are like, 2.9 seconds. That's actually a lot in the NFL. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And there's not a really excuse because Geno Smith led the NFL when he was with Seattle last year in efficiency with the least amount of time to throw the ball. Last year in Seattle, he had 2.2 seconds to throw the ball, and he was accurate and he was on top of it. Just something happened here, and it could have just been like once you lose your confidence and you start to overcompensate stuff, it just snowballs and it gets worse. And so maybe he lost that confidence just a little bit, and it's
Yeah.
affecting him. But I saw somebody say, Geno doesn't take off and run anymore. Yeah, there's times where I'm like, Geno, run,
Bro,
just
you
run.
remember that one play where we were watching?
And
You remember that one play we were watching against the Chiefs when we were over at the facility, and like he was scrambling, and he was like what 3 yards away from the first down. You would think that he's gonna like lunge forward and try to get the first, and he just just sat down and was like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" Like that's the Geno Smith that we got, bro. And I'm like, damn, man. Like I agree with you on that. Like just being mobile, and that's why I gave him a little bit more of an edge over the past couple of quarterbacks that we had, because he could use his legs if he needs to, but we just haven't seen that too much on this team. But